Good morning and welcome to this month's OakCrest Insight, everybody. Now, our goal is to stay connected with all of our clients when major events occur that could affect your markets, your investments, your taxes, your estate planning. And the developing crisis in the Middle East over the past week is one of those situations. So we wanted to share today our perspective, as this is currently a major headline in the news. Now, a common question we know all of you have during times like this is, should I be making any changes to my accounts, my investments, and how might this affect my financial plan? So one thing I've seen in over almost 20 years as an advisor is that during events like this, many large firms, they take a passive approach and simply wait to see what happens. Now our team takes a different approach. On Monday morning, our investment and portfolio management team here, they met to review the situation and ensure that protecting our client portfolios remains a top priority. So here's a few key themes that we're watching right now. Energy and oil prices. Now, oil prices have risen to over $90 a barrel compared to really under $70 just a few weeks ago. So what does this mean? It means that higher energy prices can affect the economy in several ways. For example, companies like airlines, transportation providers may pass that increased fuel costs onto you, the consumer. Rising energy prices can also contribute to higher inflation, which could lead the Fed to keep interest rates elevated for a longer period of time. This can create short-term shocks in really the volatility of the stock market. Number two, limited direct exposure to the Middle East. Now, our managed portfolios currently have less than 1% exposure to the Middle East and Africa, which helps reduce risk from regional geopolitical events like this that we're seeing right now. Number three, diversification. During uncertain events, you hear us talk a lot about diversification, and our investment team focuses heavily on this, and it's especially important during times of uncertainty. So what does this mean? It means it limits exposure to any one region or sector and ensures that part of your portfolio may benefit during certain economic conditions, and that can offset areas that might have a temporary loss or decline. Four, strong market positions. So before the crisis, it's important to remember, really note, that financial markets recently reached all-time highs, and the economy entered this period from a relatively strong position. This can help markets absorb that short-term geopolitical shock more effectively. Big picture, markets appear to be adjusting to the possibility that this situation could last longer than initially expected and may continue to influence energy prices. So this is part of the reason we have seen a modest pullback in the markets this past week. Now, at this time, we have not made any major changes to portfolio position, as we believe our position today was really good entering this event. Historically, spikes in oil prices related to geopolitical events tend to be temporary, although we recognize that higher gasoline prices can impact consumer confidence in the short term. Now, our investment management team here is actively monitoring the situation and meeting regularly to evaluate whether any adjustments are warranted. If conditions really change, we will communicate this with you. As always, if you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out. Our team is here to help you, guide you through both those opportunistic times and the uncertainty times in the markets. Thank you for your continued trust in OakCrest, and we look forward to seeing you next month.